Layman's Guide to Mindfulness. I have been talking about it. Did you get a chance to think that Eastern wisdom is 6,000 years old? We have 3,000 teachers, more than 3,000 teachers, 3,000 texts. They talk of the same principles. And what is that fundamental principle by which we can discover peace and happiness? Provided we all like to discover that peace and happiness. Many people don't pay that attention whether they want to have that peace and happiness in their life. They desire it. Yeah, here is Maria from Spain. So you see that we desire happiness. We don't express happiness. Take one example and then I'll pick up one principle from one of the greatest texts. Take one example. Okay, let me give this lesson and wait for appreciation from you all. So 90% appreciation and 10% not appreciated. What will happen to my happiness? Pay attention, understand that point. It's very important. So what happens? While acting and giving a lesson on mindfulness, my desire is your appreciation. I will never be happy. First point, right? I will never be happy because I'm expecting happiness in the future. That is why I'm acting. That is why I'm working. No possibilities. Forget about it. Honey, you did not appreciate me. Come on, why the honey should appreciate you? When you say honey, no, I'm just telling you. A simple thing. Second point, that we build up a strong ego. You see, I'm doing this, I know too much about mindfulness. So what will happen? This I takes the dominant position in my action. Can you think of the third option? Let me express happiness while giving you the lesson. So I have no problem. You get it? Very good. You don't get it, it's your problem. So there in Gita is one of the great texts of yoga and mindfulness. So I pick up only one verse. It has got 700 verses. The more you study, the more you practice, the time comes, the life becomes full of happiness. So in one of the verse, this master says, refuse to be miserable. Refuse. Reject. No, you don't know my workplace. You don't know my honey. No, you don't know my kids. You know, the mind starts complaining. You see that? The mind starts complaining. So those people who starts complaining, they cannot tread on the path of mindfulness. Forget about it. Do whatever the practice you do. Do the practice with enlightened masters. Your mind will create a lot of objections with those enlightened masters. Now, I'm a simple guy. What to talk about this guy? Understand that part. From where that point comes, blame, complaint, rejection, laziness, from where that comes? You're not inspired. From where that comes? The mind is expecting, desiring, constantly projecting peace and happiness outside. It will never happen. But why why it doesn't happen. And once we understand that, then we will go into the meditation. So that master says, I am a Vyakta. First understand that our true nature is full of love, peace, happiness and wisdom. Clear? You will say, okay, let me agree with you. I know, your mind will say, let me agree with you. Okay? Oh, agree for a minute. What happens now when you accept in your life that I am the body? Do you agree with it? That I am the body? Why you agree with it?
Do we what?
I am the body. Who? You agree with it? You live with it? I am the body. So why do you agree? The body came from parents. So now see the problem, where the problem comes. I accept that I am the body, but I am not going to accept the laws governing the body. So what will happen? You are always full of stress and anxiety and duality and a conflict. Nobody can stop. See, the problem lies in you. Problem doesn't lie in others. Pay attention again. When I accept I am the body, I do not accept the laws governing the body. What are the laws governing the body? The body takes birth, it grows, it modifies, it becomes old. And what we do? Every day we look into the mirror. I don't accept the laws governing the body. When I am the body, I have to accept the limitations of the body. No problem. Should I start coloring these hairs? Then you'll have a better meditation. Ask yourself. Ask yourself. No, I'm not saying do nothing, do everything cosmetic, but keeping in the mind. One doctor here, she was extremely worried. She is around 54 years old and she says, she wrote to me, I'm becoming old, what should I do? Die, so that you can take rebirth. There is no other possibility. I didn't say that. But first thing, I am the body. So when I consider I am the body, you accept that notion, follow the laws governing the body. You cannot change those laws. In New Jersey, I was there, I don't want to name that. She is around 70 years old. It was very hard to pay the mortgage of her home, which was almost $4,000. She spent $12,000 on a plastic surgery of her face so that she should look younger. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm simply saying that if I am the body, accept the laws governing the body. It has its own limitation. Because of the limitation, I am in stress. I have an anxiety. Pick up another thing. Accept the limitations of the mind. What is the mind says? Mind says, I like pasta, I don't like inorganic food. The mind moves with the likes and dislikes. You cannot bring an end to the likes and dislikes even with the person whom you love too much, because you have accepted you are the mind. So you have to follow the laws governing the mind. The mind lives in duality. The mind lives with the likes and dislikes. Mind has to live with the profit and loss. Mind has to live with the loss and gain. We have only accepted. This is our notion in our life. We have blindly accepted. So when I say, why don't you accept another? That your true nature is full of peace, happiness, love and wisdom. No, how can I accept? I have lot of stress. So what should I do then? I start with the highest in every session. You pick up, you have to contemplate. So now you accept. This master says, now see that. Master says, I am avektaha, I am achintaya, I am avikarya uchyati. When I start my life with a clear understanding that my real nature is peace, happiness, love and the wisdom, where the mind will go? The mind will start searching that peace and happiness within me, not within you, not within honey, not inside the workplace. Do you see that? Gita, Krishna says this. He says that when you have accepted the notion that I am the body, he has no problem. Accept the laws governing the body, so then you have limitations, you will suffer. Accept the mind, I am the mind, all my experiences are me and mine. Okay? Accept that notion, follow the laws governing the mind. The mind will always be dual. Accept pain and pleasure in your life. Don't be miserable. It's okay. Let pain come. So I become old, so let I become old. We don't accept the limitations, but we accept one thing, we contradict with other. Now see, what is mindfulness? Remain ever in the state of peace, never be influenced by these limitations. Keep that mind in equipoise, in calmness and peace. Come what may, whatever happens. That is the real mindfulness in day-to-day life. Mindfulness, no, let me say, this beer guy comes and gives the practice and give little appreciation and forget for about a week and then come back again. Or maybe don't come back again. Understand that. So it is a day-to-day life. It is the way to transform your entire life. So this master says you accept. Couple of more things for a minute and then we'll start. Now see that. It's a beautiful way to explain. I accepted. Now peace is my essential nature. I have understood. I have understood if I accept myself as a body and the mind, so I have to face lot of limitations. But why should I accept? So let me accept that my essential nature is full of peace and happiness. Now see, what happens? When you contemplate and reflect, what happens? I had been to Barcelona last year or this year with Maria. Maria had a beautiful house. Now see that. Maria has a beautiful house. My son has a beautiful home here. The mind will always create a duality. How? It is big, it is small, it is white, it is black. How the space looks at both the houses. How the space will look at both the houses. No duality, no conflict. Because both the houses are contained in the space. Do you understand that? That is our real nature. No, I drink mineral water and you drink inorganic water. The water does not change. The water remains the water. The scientist has not done anything. Since the creation of the water remains water. The space remains the space. Our true nature remains the same all the time. What should I do? Refuse to be miserable. Reject. The moment the mind says, I am in stress. No. How dare you come? Stop it. And what we do? What we do? Blame, complain. I'm not saying anything. Your mind might be thinking. Blame, complain, laziness, and you are gone. Mindfulness is also gone. See that. Accept that notion, the two, the space and the water. Now the last thing. Oh, I wake up in the morning and the sun enters into my home. But it's okay. I wake up at 12 p.m. Sun waits for me. There is no problem outside. The problem we create inside. It is the sun that lights everyone without any difference. That sun is our real nature. With these ideas and understanding and the principles, let us start our journey of mindfulness today. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and be comfortable. What? Being comfortable. Pick up 3 points: awareness, experience, and knowledge. They all go together. When your awareness, so-called experience, and knowledge merge together, you experience the presence of your real nature. That is the true mindfulness. So I look at the neck joint with eyes closed. First point, awareness of the neck joint, experience of the sensation there. Knowledge is that you are comfortable. Knowledge is that you have a stillness. All 3 combined together. You lose awareness, mindfulness is gone. You are not moving from one experience to the other, mindfulness is gone. You don't know it, mindfulness is gone. It is so subtle. That is the key. Shoulder joints. Awareness of a shoulder joints, experience of sensation, knowledge of being comfortable in stillness. You see that? I'm taking you to a little higher and a deeper journey. And hip joint, awareness, experience, knowledge. These 3 are extremely important. But as a teacher, how every teacher gives you the practice: experience the sensation, be comfortable, and be still. But this is a pointer to what? To awareness and experience and knowledge. Knee joints, awareness, experience. What is experience? Sensation and stillness. And the entire body. So you are comfortable. After all, I am on a journey to discover my true nature. At the same time, at a very subtle level, let me drop the notion that I am the body and the mind and the breath and the intellect and the ego, and then let us see what happens. We become the space, we become the water, we become the sun. Looking at the body, the entire body, from the top of the head to the toes. Awareness of the body, experience in the body in terms of sensation. Knowledge is that you are comfortable. What happens? We forget that no, should I know it? No. Why should I not know it? Let me do the practice, in the end I will be in peace. No, you have to start expressing that calmness and peace from the beginning. Only then you succeed in it. Otherwise it becomes a sleeping pill, prescription, being carefree. Now take and look inside the head. Watch, become aware, experience the thoughts coming and going, but do nothing. What it means? You don't accept that you are the mind. That is the point. Look inside the head, be there. What do you see? The space or emptiness or darkness? Consider it is a highway. Sometime you have a traffic jam, and sometime the highway is totally empty. Nothing happens to the highways. Nothing happens to the mind deep inside. Whatever is happening in terms of likes and dislikes and thoughts and no thoughts, it is on the surface. That is the true meaning and experience of being carefree. Third point. Natural. Why natural? You're asking the mind, please don't do anything. You made me miserable. I don't want you to do anything. Let me work on the mind. Let me work on you. You have understood. That is a part of the knowledge. So let us do the practice. Mind always likes to act upon the things and the people and the places and the objects outside. That's how it connects, but it experiences inside. It acts on things outside, it experiences within. Just casually become aware of the room where you are practicing meditation. Just an awareness of the space. Awareness of the articles lying in the room. Awareness of the articles lying in the room. It is very simple. So what happens? The mind is becoming aware that I should not identify myself with anything outside. Second point comes the body. Look at the body, the head and the neck. Awareness of the head and the neck. Experience of sensation, relaxation and stillness. How do you experience? Because you know it. There is a sensation, there is a relaxation, even if the mind is jumping. It's okay. Third point, awareness, experience, knowledge. Keep that awareness. Look at the right arm, means you are aware of the right arm. What is the experience? Sensation, relaxation, stillness. left arm, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So in that sensation, relaxation, and stillness, there is an awareness of the left arm, there is an experience, and you know that. You don't start talking to your mind that, no, I had a beautiful experience 10 years ago when I meditated. So that will take your mind away from you. That is what I said. Awareness, experience, knowledge. All the three together. Look at the chest in the belly. Where is chest in the belly? Awareness, experience of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Knowing it. Right leg. Where is right? Just awareness of the right leg, an object, experience of that right leg. So I am adding that experience on your behalf. If there is a sensation, you know it. There is a relaxation, you know it. And there is a stillness, you know it. If you don't know it, what will happen, you know? Then your mind will say, you are the mind. And then the mind will start jumping. And then the body will move. You're not enforcing a discipline. You are discovering the stillness and relaxation. You're not creating the sun. You move inside to see the sun that is present inside you. Look at the left leg, sensation, relaxation and stillness in the field of awareness, experience and knowledge. The entire body from the top to the toes. Awareness, sensation, relaxation and stillness. You know it. You have an experience now. You are aware of it. That changes the mind. We started with understanding that from today we will refuse to be miserable. And if that can happen, the life will change from today. Yes, let us move deeper. The life manifests through the breath. So look at the breath. Am I the breath? No, because without the body there cannot be breath. But again, without the subconscious mind, this breath cannot work. I cannot be the breath, I cannot be the body, I cannot be the mind. So we are working on that with awareness and experience and knowledge. Look at the breath. So what we look at the breath comes and goes. Good. You're just watching and observing. Whatever you see and watch and observe and experience cannot be you. You cannot be your experience. You're always different from your experience. So you experience the breath going in and out. That is the first understanding and the experience we should have with breath awareness. You're looking at the breath that is going in and out. You're feeling the sensation of the breath. You're not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. You're simply watching. There is a breath and you have an experience. There is an awareness. You know the breath is moving. You know you and the breath are separate. Once you are aware of that, once you experience, you are breaking the wrong notion. Breath goes in and out. You're feeling the sensation of the breath. There is no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath in the field of experience of sensation, relaxation, and stillness in the body. You have that knowledge. That what is that knowledge? The body is there. Experience of sensation, relaxation, and stillness is there. You have started dropping that I am the body. It does not mean that we have to leave the body. You have to correct your notion. Then I am the peace. I am not the body. So I am not the breath also. The breath goes in and out. Feel the sensation of the breath. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. So the Master Krishna, who is one of the originators of yoga and meditation, who says that this real nature is unmanifest, it is unthinkable, it is immutable. What is immutable? Unchanging. It remains the same, and hence it is absolute. But when it is unthinkable, the mind cannot do anything. Simple question comes then, what should we do? So our great masters have created a lot of steps to point out in the practice of mindfulness. We will pick up one today. So we will take the help of the breath. The breath is going in and out. You experience the sensation of the breath going in and out. So we are taking the mind to the subjective state. We ask the mind to move towards subjectivity, not objectivity. Again, it is a pointer. So the moment the breath goes in, drop the sound. What is that sound? Shantoham. The breath returns, Shantoham. Awareness, experience, knowledge. You are not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Hence you bypass the breath. But you are taking the help of the breath to drop. When the breath starts going in, just drop. Shantoham. That means I am the peace. But Master said it is unthinkable. We are moving towards that. Don't worry. Breath returns. Shantoham. 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 Sometime you will notice that the mind forgets it. And that is the impurity of the mind. See that is the wrong notion. But it's okay. Breath goes in, Shantoham. You don't change the rate and the rhythm of the breath, you drop Shantoham on the breath going in, on the breath coming out. That is the key. Now when the breath goes in, continue with the Shantoham, and when the breath returns, become aware of the space with the breath. So that is one pointer to the mind. The more we maintain awareness of the space when the breath returns, when the breath goes in, continue to drop Shantoham. What exactly we are doing? We are making the mind subtle to see the reality. You see that is the key. Awareness of what? Experience of what and knowing what? The mind wants to know the real nature. When it will know? When the mind itself becomes unthinkable. When the mind becomes the unmanifest. How that happens? That's what we are working. Ayam avyaktaha, ayam achintayah, ayam avikarya uchyate, tasmatenam evam vidi, tvani shochitam nahasi. Now just do the reverse. When the breath goes in, become aware of the space. When the breath returns, drop Shantoham there. We don't want this mind should become habitual, mechanical, where it means you lose awareness. When you lose awareness, you lose your experience in the very practice. And when you lose that experience, you are not aware of it. There is no knowledge. So the meditation becomes a pill, a prescription pill. It may help you, but no. Breath goes in, become aware of the space. Breath comes out, Shantoham. Shantoham means I am the peace. Breath goes in, you are aware of the space. Breath comes out, Shantoha. I simply translated this verse into a mindfulness practice. Knowledge part, what the verse says, Krishna says, that real nature is unmanifest. So we are going deeper. What is manifestation? The word. What is manifestation? The body. What is manifestation? The sense organs. What is the manifestation? The breath. What is the manifestation? The mind. So we are moving inside. We are dropping the gross manifestation, moving deeper. It is unthinkable. Yes. We'll go into that part also. It is immutable, it is unchanging. Knowledge, I am in the body, but I am not the body. Just take an example. It is the other way around. I am in the breath, but not the breath. And now I am in the mind, but not the mind. Now, no mantra. Breath goes in, become aware of the space. Breath comes out, become aware of the space. You will see a fraction of interruption of the space when the breath goes in and before it comes out. The breath comes out and before it goes in. There is some interruption. There is a pause. The breath goes in the space, the breath comes out the space. Just know and become aware it is because of the space the breath is moving. It is not the space on the breath when it goes in and comes out. It is because of the space you are sitting in your home and I am sitting here. It is because of the space. Look behind. step back. You continue to experience the body in the state of sensation, relaxation, and stillness, breath moving, but now you're looking behind the breath, in the space. It is because of that space everything, breath is working, the body is working, the mind is working. So we are pointing to the mind, understand, know it, experience. That real nature is unthinkable. What it means? You cannot discover it by thinking. It is unmanifest. The mind manifests everything except the self. It is immutable, unchanging. When we are aware of the body, now we know I am in the body but not the body. When I am aware of the breath, I know here is a breath but I am not the breath. Thought comes, I am not the thought but I am in the thought. And then what is left? Only this space. Remain aware. On this space, everything is manifesting. I am achintaya, I am avikarya, I am avyakta. At this moment, in the field of awareness and experience and knowledge, I know you all refuse to be miserable. At the same time, you accept what is my true nature. The journey continues. We're already doing nothing. Remain in that state of doing nothing. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We are not in a hurry. Bring your mind on the right hand. Apply the same. Become aware of the right palm. Experience the right palm. How do you experience? You feel the sensation. You see how easy it is to bring the mind on the right arm at this moment? When our mind is 100% available to us, 24/7, we are already into the state of mindfulness. Move the mind on the left arm, become aware, feel the sensation, lift your both arms. Place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences, bring the hands down. You can unmute your sound to share your experiences because I muted. Normally it disturbs, So you can unmute your sound and then we will share our experiences for a while. Before you We will say goodbye. So, how are you, Sami? Sophie, you have to unmute your sound.
Sir, I have unmuted that.
Yeah, you have done it. Yes. Yeah, now you have done it. Yeah, Sami.
Very peaceful experience, sir. I was very deep into it, and after 15-20 minutes, it was very difficult for me to sit. I was just thinking of lying down because first of all, I got relaxed. There was cooling sensation on my head and my face.
Good.
And after that, I felt like sleeping. After 20-25 minutes, I thought of.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. We have to
This
continue.
process is going on from last 5-6 months. It is like that only.
It's okay. It will change. How are you, Sophie?
I'm good. I'm very good. It was, I could, when it goes deep, I can feel my blood pulsing constantly in my hands and my body.
Good. I think it has been after I think more than a year.
Yeah, I've been doing something on my own, and
Wonderful, Sophie. How are you, Anne?
I'm fine. I'm quiet, calm.
Yes, that's really good. How about you, Aruna?
I'm great, Guruji. It is a really peaceful experience. It felt like it was only 5 minutes. I was such in that state of inner peace. I didn't even feel the time.
Wonderful.
Your meditation, I always come out. It's so much peace. It lasts for days for me.
Wonderful. That's really good. You're evolving. How about you, Maria?
Fine, very nice sensation, very peaceful, even if sometimes the mind was going, back and forth, but very peaceful, and I wanted, at a point, I wanted to remain there,
It's really wonderful. Maria, you